to America, he got all the support, and with that support, he prospered. He got that support because he opposed completely the idea of leading a chaste life. And he said, this is all absurd, this is all nonsensical, and one should not listen to all these things. And he started the whole theory on a very, very demeaning principles. And people accepted. Then same Germans, same Austrians, same Europeans accepted Freud blindfolded. Because somehow when it comes from America, it becomes collective. Because as you know, America is the country of Shri Krishna, who is for the people, who is for collective. And that's how whatever comes from America becomes collective. And if it is poison, it spreads very fast and it really paralyzes the whole world. So now we have to be wise to see what is destroying us and what is destroying our inner being. For Saj Yogis, it is very important. Because if, say, there's a cloth or a sari which is blown off by the wind, even if you can hold it on one corner, you can hold it. And after some time, the whole thing can subside. And this is what has to happen actually to the world when Saj Yogis will hold the sari, we can call, or this universe with their wisdom and firm faith in Saj Yoga. Otherwise, they can be blown off also. If they are not rightly placed, if they are not grounded, if they are not fixed to their own enlightened faith of Saj Yoga, they can be blown off with this wind which is there to torture the whole world, to destroy the whole world. So the responsibility of Saj Yogis is very important, that their Ganesh principle should be all right. If it is not all right, then the whole of Saj Yoga movement can collapse. For ladies and for men, I have to make a humble request that they should try to put their Shri Ganesh in a very respectable position in their lifestyle. That should be the highest, the most important, and also every day to be remembered that we are very much blessed by Shri Ganesh to get our self-realization. There are so many qualities of Shri Ganesha which I have described. One of them is that he is a child. He is very humble. He is very playful. He is very interesting. And he is extremely humble. And despite his weight, he is very lightweight because he can sit on a small little mouse. He doesn't try to show off. He doesn't have his vahanas as great as Vishnu's or anything. His vahana is very simple. The simplest, or we can say the smallest creature which can really crawl is a mouse. And he uses this mouse. With this mouse, he expresses his own power, that he doesn't need any other vehicle. His vehicle is his simplicity. He moves, he penetrates, and he affects the lives of people through very, very simple, sweet methods. In Saj Yoga, we have to realize how do we impress others. For example, nobody will be impressed in Saj Yoga if you have a very great car or anything, or if you have very uh, wealthy expression of your life. Nobody feels impressed. I have seen that. What impresses people is the simple expression of your love through certain gestures, through certain presence, through certain behaviors. And I have seen people who are very sweet, who just express themselves in such an innocent, simple, childlike manner that goes into the heart of the people. And when they describe to me sometimes the Sahajogis, other Sahajogis, it is very surprising how they express their appreciation of other Sahajogis. It's very, very sweet and extremely loving, delicate. All that is like a child, how a child plays around and how he amuses you, how the child tries to do things for you. Like I know my grandchildren, they would be sitting outside when I was having my bath. They were all born realized. So when I came out, what I find, they're sitting there with the powder to be put on my feet, with the scent to be put on my hands. I mean, all such things, they would be there. And I never told them, nobody told them. But they would be sitting there. If I am lying down, then they would come and cover me up. And all the time trying to see how they can look after me, like as if they are my parents or they are bigger than me, and also to guide me in a way. For example, if I am walking, then if there's a stone or something, then they would put their hands, Nana, you don't come, is this a stone here? You be careful, go that way. As if I have no eyes to see, they are the ones who are my eyes who are telling me to do. So sweet in their, I've seen in their childhood how careful they were, and they knew what I like, what I don't like. So sweet and so assuring that they were all the time trying just to understand me. That is what is the other quality of Shri Ganesha, is that he always tries to please his mother. He doesn't want to do anything that will make her unhappy. He doesn't say no to her. With some Sahajogis have a bad habit. If I tell them, say, no, not that. This is not to be done. The respect of the mother one has to learn from Shri Ganesha. In that I find people are little over smart. See, if I say something, immediately they'll correct me. No, not that. This smartness is not very helpful, I think, because if I say something, if I may say also that today, just now, it is morning time, supposing I say. Now, you will immediately come, no, it's not morning time, can't you see, this is evening time. So what have you achieved? I know it is evening time. But why did I say it is morning time? Just to see. You don't achieve anything by that. By saying, no, not that, this was not so, this is so, this is smartness. But with this smartness, you outsmart yourself. So what did you achieve it? You see, what you have to show, see, what did you achieve? By doing these comments or saying like this or talking like this, what did you achieve? Nothing. But you are tested all the time. And in that testing, you find out what's wrong with you. It's very important for people who are more close to me to understand that if I say something, do not take it very literally. You see, because I am Mahamaya also. If I say something, It may be just to test you. Then you go and say, no, not this, not that. Is the mind, which is just absorbing, even the testing, taking the testing. Then only you will know that you are being tested, and that your testing is just to see how far deeply you understand me. But there are also some other people who misinterpret me. I have seen it is very wrong to do that, but it comes because they are not wise enough. They misinterpret. They want to say, this mother said, that mother said, this is not good, that is not. They try to show off themselves by saying that we have understood mother very well. It's not easy to understand me, I must tell you very frankly. You cannot understand me very well. Only thing, try to understand yourself. I am like a mirror for you. So when you look into the mirror, what do you say? You cannot understand mirror, but you can understand yourself. So whenever you look into the mirror, you try to understand yourself. You don't look into the mirror to understand the mirror. Once you try to understand the mirror will be broken and finished. And your image will be also finished. So this is a very simple thing but quite subtle. And that's what is the quality of Shri Ganesha. That he knows what his mother will like. Each and everything. And he does everything that is good for him, because by that he is pleasing his mother. His complete dedication is to the mother. Is not to any other thing, not to any other deities. He fought with all of them. He is not bothered about who others are. He goes to all of them through the understanding of the mother and respects them through the understanding of the mother. But some people I have seen still cannot do that. They still stick on to some sort of a deity they have been worshipping, some sort of an ideology they have been having. Then they are not fully in connection with me. And that is what is that he is just in connection with his mother. To him, she is everything. She is the source of knowledge. She is the source of joy. She is the source of truth. He doesn't have to look to anybody else. Now it looks very egoistical to say these things in modern times, a woman saying like that, that you all behave in that manner. But you can understand that if you have to gain anything, if you have to achieve any knowledge within, if you have to ascend higher, then you have to learn from Shri Ganesha what he does and what is his relationship with his mother, which is purifying, nourishing and result oriented, that the result is that you ascend gradually. As I was telling yesterday to some people, that I have not said everything from the very beginning, all the subtle things. Gradually you have grown and accordingly I have talked. If you were like Shri Ganesh, all of you from the very beginning, I would have told you everything. But Shri Ganesha doesn't require even to know anything. He already knows. He is a very matured person. Or we can say the most mature deity is Shri Ganesha. Now, what you have done is that with wisdom you have grown and gradually I have told you of many things. But I didn't talk of many things, like the genesis, like the beginning of our life, how we came. I have said it in a way, in a very, very gross way, but all in subtleties I have not said much. Because I don't want you to get to any discussion or to any point which cannot be verified by your vibrations. Whatever you can verify by your vibrations becomes your knowledge. That is what gradually is told to you. You should not interfere or you should not indulge into those books and things which talk of the origin of the earth and the origin of this and that. You should not get into these things because your mind will be diverted. You will take to knowledge which may not be knowledge, and then you will start thinking, oh, I don't know this part, I don't know that part. What you have to know is very simple, is what are you? You are the spirit, and the light of the spirit will tell you everything gradually as much as you can bear it. It will not tell you something that you cannot bear. It's a very good analogy when we say that you are the light. But the light which you are carrying is very different from this ordinary light. This light is doesn't understand, doesn't think. Now the light which you are carrying is the light which understands, thinks, and it gives you that much of light, whatever you can bear. It won't flash. If it will flash, you will be shocked. It won't dim down. It will be absolutely in relation to what you can understand. Sometimes the deities emit too much of vibrations in pujas, I have seen. But if you cannot bear it, they don't enter into you. They trouble me, but they won't enter into you. So one must understand that what is important is not what you know about this and know about that and know about that. Is not so important. What is important is what stage you have reached, at what maturity you are in such. Now there are so many qualities of Shri Ganesha, as I told you, which I think there's no time today to talk about it. But gradually I've been talking about all his qualities, and all of them can be expressed and manifested in your being if you are really respecting him. Absolutely. That's the only way one can manifest.